Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 25 to Life with Rey and Alex.
Yes, thank you. And if you listened to episode 1 and you came back, thank you. Thank you so much. We're so glad that you came back to listen to us chit chat.
Yeah, and if this is your first time listening, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time to hear us out.
Absolutely. It means more to us than you guys know that we have people wanting to listen to us talk.
Exactly. So, but what are we talking about today?
Really, today's episode's going to be about setting the stage for what we want for this podcast. You know, last week we talked about who we are as a couple. We shared our story, the quarter story. Everybody loves the quarter story. I love the quarter story. But today is just about setting the tone for you all to know what to expect from us, I guess.
I'm ready to know what to expect from us.
I make it sound like we're so...
we got this all together, babe.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, yeah. No.
Of course we do. Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do.
we just tell ourselves that. All right. Yeah. Well, no, it was exciting to record our first podcast and having some feedback already, you know. I guess I said something that I don't even remember anymore. But it's all right. It's all good. So first and foremost, babe, how are you doing? How was your week? You know, we try to record these right before the beginning of the next week. So how was that last week for you?
This last week, you know what? I had a lot of nerves because we posted the first episode for this podcast. And that was like, really like nerve-wracking for me to put us out there. I always say like, oh, just ask me and I'll tell you anything. And then I'm like, oh, shoot, what did I just say? What did I just do?
No, I get that.
And so, yeah. But this week was a lot of nerves around that. And then it was also our last weekend with the kids.
Yeah. Well, last weekend, their winter break is ending here. So, I went back to work last week. So I got through my first week back to work. A lot of stuff happened. But
yeah,
you know what?
How was that being back at work
and
knowing we were home?
It was 2026. You know, we ring in the New Year's with the kids, and then I went back to work, and some new stuff have popped up. You know, and what we talked about in our resolution settings, you know, strategic planning for me and you, is that we'll take everything and we'll run with it no matter what it is. And I took that to heart for this first week, and I'm happy with it. And now we are going into this, second week with you guys going back to school and getting the kids back on their full routine, Almost did it all the way correctly tonight, but you know what? Hey, they're in bed. We're recording our podcast. They're in bed on
time. That is, you know what? Kudos to us.
Yes.
Because they are in bed on time.
Yep. And now I'm going to try to wake them up right on time tomorrow. So no, yeah, it was a good week. And I'm excited and seeing what this next week has for us. So, yeah.
I know. Everybody's back in school this week. Even I'm back in school.
Your last semester at City.
Oh, gosh, yes. It's exciting and scary. Maybe that's where some of the nerves also came from for me this week is like I knew this was the last week of relaxation because of all the exciting things happening.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people go through that, especially like we said, it is, everybody gets this winter break, which is, typically a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks for our kids and for maybe other folks. And, you get into that, I can relax. I'm focusing more on my house and stuff like that and away from, that professionalism, your work, your schooling, stuff like that. And then it comes back and it just went bam, right there. We're still here kind of thing. So, but yeah, you're going to do great. I know the kids are going to do great. And yeah, we'll just, again, like we said, we'll roll with everything that comes out.
Yeah. And I think that leading that into this, we're going to treat this like that, just rolling with it, right? Not staged, not scripted, not feeling like a sermon here. We definitely want to focus on our faith.
Yeah.
So.
No, definitely. It's like me, it's easy not to have scripted because I can't see a script really well. Like trying to focus on running the mixer and figuring out my thoughts in my head, and trying to see a screen. That's a lot of combinations. I can't do it. So I just go with it. So, but it's better when it comes out natural. And yes, it may sound like we may make mistakes sometimes, but that's okay. That's what life is about. Making mistakes and going with it.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. We're not. We're by far from perfect.
We're not a professional podcaster.
No, not even close.
I tried to be on TV though.
But it's so true. That's who we are. It's not fake.
No. And
we're not fake.
And it's not because we don't want to, well, I don't even say I don't want to try to, fake it till you make it kind of thing. Because that's a term that people say, fake it till you make it. But for me, what I'm noticing, it's just like, be myself. And if you don't like that, it's okay. It's okay.
What is that saying? Not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm somebody's shot of tequila.
I've never heard that, but that's awesome. Here we go. We're turning into a drinking show. No, it's okay.
I don't even. Well, no, I do drink.
Well,
but I don't drink like I used to.
No. So,
anyways.
So yeah, we're gonna be very honest. You're gonna hear some funniness from us. I'm gonna blabble on a lot of times. I'm gonna stumble on words, but just know that's how we run our life.
If you don't understand him, I'll help you.
Yeah, she's my decoder for everybody.
Yes. So. He says things, and I'm just like, you mean this?
I appreciate that about you. All right, so what else?
So yeah, I know that I wanted to talk about marriage and communication today. Talk about us and how we communicate, because it's something that's important.
With that, folks, I'm walking out.
Oh my gosh, you act like you're in trouble.
No, but communication sometimes can be very scary for people. Because
sometimes some of us lack communication.
Well, because that's like something that when we first started dating and started, really getting to know each other, communication was important. And here's the funny thing. I love about communication because when you think about it, and like when you're dating in schools and, high school and stuff like that or whatever, you're talking about being on the phone for 2-3 hours at a time or even more. Remember this?
I do remember this. And do you remember that? You hang up first. No, you hang up first.
And then your dad would be jumping on the phone and be like, all right,
hang up.
Go to bed. Oops. But it's true. We have so much, like in the beginning, we think we have so much communication, but what it comes down to, it's more of being direct and kind of being upfront with stuff. Because communication doesn't have to be dragged out. It's like, what's going on? How do we address it? And how do we move forward?
Yeah.
And that's what I found a lot about what we do as a couple is, it's a term IDS. You know this. Identify, discuss, and solve.
Yes.
And it's a model that I've learned from work. See, already fumbling.
From work, you've learned this in work, yes.
And I brought it into, we brought it into, because you knew this, you learned this at the same time. And we brought it, and it works really well. But it's just being honest with one another.
It's like when you see something or I do something that you're like, hey, it's not a fight, it's not an argument. And I think we teased a little bit last week about arguments or conversations don't have to be dramatic, right?
Yeah. See something. It's a term that I also see something, say something.
But you can't see anything.
You know what? So touche.
But seriously.
Yeah, it's because like I used to be afraid to speak up with you. I'll be honest. Because you're a strong-headed woman. And I appreciate that about you. Like you say it as it goes, It's like this is how
I say it how it is.
Yes. And
I don't sugarcoat things.
and I used to be like, okay, should I say something? Is it going to cause a fight? And I've learned it has helped our marriage when I just say, hey, I appreciate when I'm with you that if we're doing something, I would appreciate you just take a second thought of answering that phone call.
Oh, here we go.
Is this where you wanted to go? I don't know, but
I don't know,
I'm taking it
but
there.
You're taking it there.
So let's
Hold on. Didn't you last week set the stage? So now it's my turn, right?
okay.
Let me set the stage. We just gotten out of a doctor's appointment for our daughter, and we're in the car and we're in the drive-through line. Mind you, we're in Dutch Bros line. If anybody knows Dutch Bros lines, they are long. Well, this line was not very long, but there was nobody outside taking orders. So they were taking orders at the window. And so we were waiting behind, what was it, like 2 or 3 cars? And
I don't know. I can't see.
Okay, you can't see. But we were behind a couple of cars. And we had stopped talking. It was quiet in the car. So when my mom called, I answered the phone.
I don't remember it being quiet. No. Okay, here's the first. I do not remember it being quiet.
We were not in the middle of a conversation, though. There was a period and then silence.
There was a period, but there was things that could continue to happen during that conversation, and it's like, oh, and you were like you were close to becoming the next person to order. I wanted to tell you what my order was going to be because I was looking through my order. I'm like,
you were still looking in your phone to figure out what you wanted.
The kids want hot chocolate, but which one do they want? And I'm over here trying to talk to you about it. And you're like,
but the thing is, I already know what the kids like. So I already knew their order. I knew what they wanted. It was just figuring out what you wanted.
Sometimes because it's a holiday, there's some special holiday season drinks that were like, okay, let's see. Maybe they want this. Let's try this. But no, you're like, hold on. Mom. And the thing is, no texting and driving or blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
So it's Bluetooth. Everyone in the car can hear your conversation coming through the speakers.
And so then you clearly could have heard that the conversation was about Christmas plans. Mind you, folks, this was before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it was the day before Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, though, it's perfectly fine to answer the call and say, hey, Mom, what's going on? Is this, not this is an emergency or kind of thing, but it's like, hey, what's going on? Get a filler for the call. And it's like, hey, do you mind if I call you back? I'm here with the kids and we're out and about. I want to give you your dedicated time to figure out what we need to do. But no, it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Mom, how's
How
it
you
going?
doing? How's life? How's the sky for you?
Oh my gosh, it wasn't even like that.
But it is. Sometimes it feels like that. And so this was the kind of thing I was like, okay, hey, do you, I don't know how I said it to you, but it's like, hey, you mind?
You said I was, and I quote, had no phone etiquette. I had no phone etiquette and I was being very disrespectful to my mom for answering the phone in the drive-thru.
Because it was like, okay, and then you came up to order at the window and you're like, oh, hold on, give me a second. And then you go on and ordering.
Yeah.
And so for me, this could be me. Everyone out there listening, this could just be a problem I have. But I think that's kind of disrespectful.
There's that word again, disrespectful.
It's like, oh, you're over there out and about, getting a drink, blah, 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 doing your life. And then you're also trying to listen to me. How are you giving me your focus? You're not. I don't think. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I wasn't giving you my full attention because I answered the phone.
Well, no, I was more talking about your mom. Like
you mean giving her the attention?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my mom calls me in the car all the time.
Okay, so then it's me. It's me then.
It's you.
I'm a person that's like, hey, if you call me, I'm
get
either
to the facts. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna step aside and excuse me. Pardon me. I'm gonna step away. Kind of thing. I don't say it that formally, but
formally.
I tend to respect the like, hey, there might be something that's confidential that this person may say to me.
Okay, I do that if I know that there's going to be like a serious conversation, or like if I get a feel for the conversation and it's headed in a serious direction, I'll say, "Hey, hold on, let me go inside," or "Hey, let me step away," or "Hey, can I call you back when I'm by myself?"
Yeah.
I will
I
say
think what it
that.
is, I think my feelings were hurt because it was,
And the truth comes out.
yeah, I'm just reflecting to this. And it's just because I was like, we're over here enjoying ourselves. You know, we're out and about with the kids. It's holidays, you know, it's like, oh, it's like spending family time, you know, getting away from work. And then it's like, okay, I have to sit here in the car in the passenger seat,
Passenger princess.
passenger princess. I wear that proudly. And
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't get to some of my destinations.
you know what it is too?
What?
It's because I know your conversations, how long they last. That's the
For
other
those
point,
of you
listeners.
who don't know,
Yes.
I will take a phone call over a text message any day.
And those phone calls can be hours in, and I don't, that's the other thing is I don't know what you
I will
guys
give you
talk
that
about.
because I will give you that. I will totally give you that because I know that I can sit on the phone and I can talk to my grandma for a minimum of 45 minutes.
A minimum.
Minimum 45 minutes almost every day.
And so that's like me thinking, okay, she's on the phone with her mom. That's a minimum of 30 minutes. So that's a minimum of me having to
Minimum.
minimum. I want to
say that 5 times.
Minimum. That just means that I have to sit there and not say anything and just be an awkward fly on the wall into a conversation that I don't know.
You could have put your 2 cents in. It was on Bluetooth.
I've never grew up that way. I grew up with.
You know what? I grew up that way. I grew up with phone calls.
I guess it's a culture, like not a culture thing, a household.
But how did you not grow up with phone calls?
I
messages
did.
weren't a thing.
I did grow up with phone calls, but my phone calls were that it's a business call.
Short, straight, sweet, and to the point.
Business. Both of my parents, supervisors, leads. So most of the calls like, hey, this is the problem. How do we fix it? And then this is how they fix it. Or, hey, gotta go take a trailer over here. Okay, I'm going. You know, or hey, somebody called out. All right, let's reschedule this way. Very direct. Even with my grandmother. My grandma would answer the phone call and she would walk outside, and that's her conversations would be outside with her drinking her coffee and, you know, socializing with them. But then no listening ears kind of thing. Similar to what you tell our son.
Don't butt into our conversation.
Exactly.
But I'm talking around him.
So that's kind of like what I grew up with. So that's how, like, when I'm on phone calls, I'm more, you know, let's get to the what's going on. And then if it's something like that, it's like, hey, I need to talk to you about something serious. You know, it's like, okay, I'll take the time and be like, okay, I'm gonna clear what I'm doing and give you that person that attention.
And that's not that's not how I feel like I was raised. It was like, I grew up, children are seen, not heard. And it'll kind of lead us into how we parent, but that is not how we parent. But at the same time, it's like, hey, if I'm having an adult conversation, you're right. I do tell Nathaniel, hey, mommy and daddy are talking. This isn't a conversation that you can listen, but you don't need to put your 2 cents into, and you don't need to be going and talking about what daddy and I are talking about to other people.
Yeah. I don't know. And I agree to it. Like, it's just hard for somebody not to listen.
Well, that's why I say, like, I mean, I'm obviously talking loudly around him. If he's listening, he's listening. Okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to, like, put his 2 cents in. I mean, I was raised that way. It was like, hey, grown-ups are talking. You guys need to, like, be quiet. And, like, when it's time, if I'm talking to you and I talk to you about what I talked about with dad or grandma or whoever, then okay. Because there are times where I'm on the phone with my mom in the car and the kids are in the car and I'm like, oh, say hi to grandma. And then they start talking to my mom while I'm driving.
Yeah.
Mind you, when I'm on the phone in the car, it's always on Bluetooth.
Hands free.
Yeah. But No, that's just, I don't know. That was normal for me growing up. So for me to do that with the kids, like, it's normal for me. And
Yeah.
I can see it as
Eh,
not for you.
I don't want to know if anybody else thinks the same way as me. Because if I'm the jerk, I'm okay to understand that I'm the jerk. But
No, not a jerk. Don't call yourself a jerk,
well,
because that's not. It
I
just two different. It's just two different styles, like,
yeah,
of being raised, right? Two
yeah,
different lifestyles.
I guess so. And it's sometimes it's fun. The funnier thing about it though is there would be times I'll own up to it. I used to be like really, really like a mama's boy, and I would answer my mom's call every time she would call, like no matter what we were doing, where we were at. I'd answer, "Hey, mom, what's going on?" You know.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
you stopped me and respectfully said, "Hey,
Hey, we're having a serious conversation. The call could wait.
yeah, or we're doing something. Do you mind having call your mom back later?" So this is like where I came from when I talked to you at Dutchbros. It's like, hey, we're trying to spend some family time. You know, we were dealing with something, kind of serious,
Mm-hmm.
and we're kind of unwinding and trying to treat ourselves to it. You know, treat ourselves with a drink
Treat
and
yourself.
treat yourself. Always important to treat yourself, guys. Don't ever forget that you need love too. Okay, and so that's why it's like, oh, I came back to that moment. It's like when you said, it's like, hey, remember the moment where you are, and that moment was I was with my family and I wanted to enjoy that time with them because I don't get that time back. So I'm not saying I'm upset. I'm just saying it's like you said.
No.
It's like,
This and this is honestly, guys. This is the perfect
Mhm.
example of what we talk about when
Yeah.
we say conflict doesn't have to be dramatic.
No.
This is communication at its finest. And
Oh my gosh,
we've
yes.
we've had conversations like this before.
Oh my gosh, you know how many times Jason loved like our banters in the office? He tells me all the time. It's like, man, your guys' banters are so hilarious. Because this is what it's like. It literally seems like we're going at each other, but it's not. It's like this is healthy for us because we're getting out.
Talk all the time.
I think it's healthy for a lot of people out there. Like when you can get through that awkward or nervousness to speak to your spouse or your partner in a way that you feel free and you feel at the point where you're not gonna ruin your relationship. Because that's the thing most people are afraid of. It's like, oh, this is going to lead to that point where
they feel like, oh, well, if we can't communicate about XYZ and it's something so simple, how can we parent? How can we agree on things? How can we address bigger issues when the little stuff scares us?
Yeah. It's how do I say that? It's like when you can find that middle ground and it's like that, people say, hey, what's that? What's that? What's the line you don't draw? You can't cross that.
Oh, not drawing a line in the sand?
Uh-huh. In relationships, we don't do that. Because there's the point. It's like you don't go to bed angry. We don't go to bed angry.
No. My mom and dad used to always, and I think that's what I bring into our marriage is like my mom and dad used to always say, hey, doesn't matter how mad you are at each other, you don't not sleep together and you don't go to bed mad with each other. Like you work it out, you figure it out, you talk it out.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I carry into this relationship. That's something that I bring in. And you bring in that, hey, let's figure it out. Let's work it out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Make it work for everybody.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work for everybody, it's okay though. Because the point is like, if it's not you're right or I'm right, it's like what works the best for it at this moment. And
it's okay to like agree to disagree.
Yep.
And say, hey, you know what? Or even if like this, let's just say this conversation did get heated, right? We would get to a point where we would say, like, hey, you know what? I think that I'm like, I'm getting too upset. I need a timeout, or I need to take a breath and I need to take a break.
Yeah. And you walk away or you get in the car.
I get in the car and I drive away. I I haven't done that in a really long time.
You really don't. And I say that jokingly, and I hope people understand I joke with this because it's the thing I told you before. Is like that's a luxury or not. Well, it's a thing that you have where you can just get in the car and drive away from a situation, and I can't. It's okay.
And that's okay.
And it's okay. And you don't do it. You don't. You don't run away from a conversation.
No.
You just like we take that break and then we regroup and we continue.
A lot of times I need a snack.
Yes. You're not the same when you're hungry, right? Was that
yeah. Eat a Snickers. You're not the same when you're hungry.
Yeah. This afternoon I was shopping and going home and I'm like, I'm hangry.
And I don't know if you noticed with the kids today, I was like, okay. You know what? Dad's hungry. We need to hurry this up. Like, because I can dilly-dally with the kids all day long.
And on the phone.
And on the phone. And you can't. And I understand that. And I know when you've hit your limit, it's like, okay, come on, let's hurry up. Let's stop being silly. Let's get serious for a second. Let's redirect and get back on track to what we need to be doing.
Yeah. And that happens over time. What we're talking about, being able to walk away from conflict and take a break, took time.
It did.
Being able to
and counseling.
And
Remember,
counseling.
We were in
marriage
counseling.
Yeah. I vouch for that all the time.
Yeah.
Even if it's like you go through before you get married, go through marriage counseling to make sure that's the right thing you want to do. After even that, we continued and we periodically speak not directly to counselors or a therapist or something, but we talk to other people that we see as role models. Your mom and dad, my good friends, we talk to them as couples and get their side of the things. And that's what it takes to be committed to your relationship, is to learn that who you married at that time is not the same person you married right now or you're with right now. Because every time you're going through a new chapter in life, every season, every, milestone, every up and down. And as long as you know that person we are with, you got that person's back, or you're taking that battle side to side.
You're in it together. Yes. And knowing that like whatever changes you're going through, because you're right, we're constantly changing, we're constantly growing. We're not the same kids that we were in high school.
You could see my picture right now versus do a side by side. Definitely not the same.
I still see the same man, honey. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
I appreciate that.
But no, in all seriousness and all honesty, and it's true. We are not the same kids that we were in high school, and we don't walk that relationship the same way. Right? We don't walk this marriage that way, the way we did when we were in high school, when we were kids and carefree and no real bills to pay back then.
Oh my gosh. The freedom I had back then and what I didn't know to what I have now.
Oh gosh.
Man.
You know what? Side note, side story squirrel. Today when we were driving, and the kids were listening to their music, and I was like trying to figure out where we were going. I was like, man, I miss being able to sit in the back seat of the car and just
without a care of the world.
No.
It's like nothing to worry about.
They had it. Like, I had it good. What was I thinking growing up? Mom, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to grow up so fast.
I still don't have to worry about that if somebody takes me around everywhere I want to go.
My little passenger princess. No, not princess. Prince. My little passenger prince.
Yeah. Either way.
You're my navigator, though, because, man, without you, I'd probably get lost.
People always say that to me. It's like, oh, how do you know where you're going? How do you know where you're at?
Do you remember when you gave my dad directions for the first time? And I think we were bringing you home.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, segueing into parenting, because we
talked about us.
We can talk about us all day long. I mean, and we're still technically talking about us, but
and still, I was right about the phone etiquette.
Whatever.
Let me know in the comments.
Yes, please. Who? No, not even who's right or who's wrong, because we don't
Just
want
what is your thought?
Mm-hmm. Like,
is it appropriate to answer a phone call XYZ?
While other people are in your car.
Yeah, you're in the car, people answer phone calls and, I get this, like you need to answer a phone call real fast in the movie theaters, but you don't answer in the middle of the movie.
No.
Heck no. You walk out. So, anyways.
We weren't in the movie theaters. We were in the car. Calm down.
Having a moment, but, it's like, hey, mom's calling. Got to drop everything.
You know what? I will drop anything and everything to answer the phone for my mom.
No, that's exactly. It's like,
especially
because you never know.
My mom doesn't call me all the time. Now, if it was my grandma, on the other hand, that's different. I know that, like, okay, if I've already talked to her that day, I'm going to answer really quick and see, like, hey, what's going on, Grams?
Yeah, because she has her routines with you, which is great.
But with my mom, I have to answer the phone because she's always working.
Yeah. No.
Hopefully not too much longer.
Yep.
Anyways.
Parenting.
The biggest places where teamwork matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't sound so confident. You don't think parenting requires teamwork?
Oh, definitely. It's just how much teamwork is like, is that?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, it's everything, because it's like, you think about it, like, we know what the routines are like in the morning and at night. That takes teamwork right there. We get, the kids are young still, so they're not going to be able to do their routine by themselves. They need guidance. They need a coach. That's what the parents are. The coaches. We coach them through everything. I do analogies like that because I love sports, and we're in the playoffs. Or well, not my team, but
not your team.
Yeah,
I say that like I know exactly what I'm talking about. And let's be honest, I don't know squat about sports.
Hey, doesn't matter. There's still hope. All right. So no.
No. So, yeah. So teamwork. Parenting. It's important to have, like you said, that routine, because it can't be where one parent always feels like the default parent, right?
Yeah, like there are certain things that you are the default. Let's not sugarcoat that, because when a kid get hurt, who do they go to?
Mom.
They go to mom. When the kid wants something really bad and mom already said no, who do they go to?
Dad.
Right? Because they know.
Dad says, go ask mom.
They're like, yeah, sure. Why not? And then you're like, I just told him no. Oh, crap. Okay. But
I think we're learning that, especially with our daughter.
Definitely with our daughter.
She's learned, okay, let's be very frank here. She is your little princess. She's got you wrapped around her little finger.
Yeah, today she had something really, not traumatic. That's a hard word, but
yeah, I wouldn't call it traumatic. Just sad.
Yeah.
She got some sad news today.
She got some sad news, and for a 5-year-old, it's like,
it was like her whole world came crashing down with this
We
news.
literally parked in somebody's driveway. Well, not
in their driveway. We parked in front of this random person's house. I'm so sorry if that was you. But we parked in front of this random person's house, and I let her, again, parked. We put the car in park. The car was stopped. We let her climb out of her seat and come climb in our laps. And the first person she climbed into was to mommy.
Yeah.
Because it was like, mommy fixes this. And you're right. That is where I become the default parent a little bit.
And the thing is, that's parenting though, because I knew without even saying, hey, let's stop. And because
You
I
knew
said,
what I was doing.
because I'm very transparent with the kids. I tell the kids something, the unfortunate news came in today while we were going somewhere, and the kids overheard it. Again, see, overhearing things.
Overhearing things.
And they were asking about it. And they were like,
but that goes back to, we don't sugarcoat. We were honest with them.
I said, sorry, this is how, sometimes life happens, and, people,
Things happen.
Things happen. People pass away. Things happen.
It wasn't a person that passed away.
Yeah.
That's not the news they got.
But it's similar.
Yeah, a family relative had lost their pet, and it had been a pet that they've had since a puppy, and the kids have grown up around this pet, and this dog, she became part of the family, and to our kids, she, that was their friend, that was one of, aside from Lennox, that was, I think, the only other big dog that they'd ever really been around.
Yeah.
And so she meant a lot to them. And so hearing that the dog passed away, they were really, really sad.
Yeah. And they were asking us the questions because, they overheard it. And we're driving and we're trying to move along the conversation because we had some other errands to do. And they were both adamant.
So we pulled over.
And so I told the kids, hey, Daddy don't sugarcoat it. So I'm going to tell you how it is. They're in heaven now. And I just dropped them. And, you and I just took that moment and loved on them. And that's the thing about parents. You got to love on your children.
Yeah.
Because if they're very self-aware and sensitive, and that's that nourishment that,
or
nurturing child.
Nurturing your children.
Yeah. Well, there's a term like in one of my management training programs, it's like you're nurturing child. It's like, it's like, hey, I told you not to run and you fell and you got hurt, right? Or, hey, are you okay? That's a nurturing child. Like, that's how you nurture your child. And it's not being soft or anything. It's just something that your child will remember growing up as an adult. Is like, hey, my parents checked on me first and explained things to me. And I learned from that.
Like saying, hey, checking, like, okay, are you hurt? No, you're not hurt. Okay,
don't do that again.
This is why I told you not to be jumping on the bed.
Exactly. Because then you bump your head.
Yes. But for this instance, it was more like, hey, we recognize that they took this news really hard.
Yeah, even tonight.
Surprisingly, it was hard. I didn't expect them to take it that hard. But
no, they, even in their prayers tonight, they prayed for her. And that just shows you that you got to understand your kids are always listening. Your kids always have something to, and as parents, we have to be aware of that. Goes into everything, for bad news to content out on the web to the people they hang out around to the things that they're reading, listening to, watching things. I'm not a kind of a parent, and you know this. I'm not the kind of parents that's trying to protect them from everything in the world. I want them to understand the world is not a safe place.
Yes. And
I do that with intentions of making sure that they understand that.
Not having that scare, that scare, not scare factor, but just making them self-aware, right?
Yeah, because I don't want them to live in fear. But I also want them to learn that, hey,
to live and learn.
Live and learn.
But not to live in fear.
And it's okay to make mistakes around with mom and dad because you're learning still. But there's things that, as a parent, I'm definitely going to make sure that they are okay. And this moment of like, hey, learning about people passing, things, pets passing, it's going to happen. So do I want to do it right now where I can love on them and have them understand how that's important and how it brings us together in our faith? Or should I just let it go and and try to brush it off and them live with that internally and never understand how to handle passing? No.
And I think like it goes back to what we were saying, like we don't sugarcoat things. We really don't sugarcoat it, not just in our communication, but especially with how we're raising the kids. And it those hard conversations, they're tough, and oh my God, it broke my heart to hear the kids cry today. But I knew that, hey, I had to pull over. I had to let them unbuckle and I had to let them climb into mommy's lap, but definitely, you had said something about me being the default parent in certain things. And I get it in that incident, and in those particular cases, yes, I am the default parent. They do go to mommy because mommy makes everything better. I love that. I love that for me. But that's not always the case, Sometimes daddies make everything better, right?
Yeah, daddies make everything better, or daddy does the same thing as mommy. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to tie this in a little bit into me being blind. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, daddy can't do that because he can't see. That's not right. That's not not in this house. Daddy's eyes don't work, but they're not, I'm not broken.
Daddy's blind, not broken.
It's like, oh, what were we saying? Oh, you're going to babysit your kids today? I mean, me. No, I made those kids, so they're my responsibility too, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like mom needs to go out and do errands. I'm going to watch them because I can. Yeah. I know how to keep my kids safe.
Just because daddy can't see doesn't mean he's less of a dad.
Yeah.
You're still their dad. You're still capable of taking care of them.
All I'm saying is,
except when I go out of town.
I'm just going to say that. All I'm going to say is, and it can happen to anyone. You look away and a tooth can fall out, okay?
A tooth can get knocked out, okay?
For all the listeners, the kid was safe.
Short side story. I went on my first girls trip. What was it, last year?
Yeah.
And I wasn't even gone for an hour, folks. And I get a phone call. I can't find it. Where is it at? I don't know. I'm calling mommy. No, don't call mommy. Click. And I'm just like, and mind you, again, it goes back to I answered the phone on Bluetooth in the car with my friend in the car with me. And she looked at me like, oh my God, is everything okay? And I was like, I don't know. And so I tried calling you and you didn't answer. And so she goes, do you want to turn around? And I was like, well, no, because we were already at this point almost an hour out of town, an hour into our drive. And so we didn't turn around. You called me like 15 minutes after that. And you were telling me like, oh, it's okay. We found the tooth that Stella knocked Nathaniel's loose tooth.
He lost his first tooth.
Yeah, he lost his first tooth.
And you're like, what?
Anyways, side story.
Like you said, and the thing is, it's like, I can make those mistakes as a parent though, because no matter what, you make mistakes as a mom.
What?
Right. Listeners, moms make mistakes too.
We do. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
But it doesn't mean that, again, like you said, it doesn't mean you're wrong or you're imperfect or you're horrible. It's just like, it happens. Mm-hmm. But as parents, mm-hmm. we own to those mistakes, or we own to those things that we're learning. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that I learned as being a first-time dad.
Yeah.
I was deathly afraid. Definitely afraid.
Yeah.
Of raising our son when he was a first newborn. I
remember how scared you were to hold him.
I thought I was going to break him. I did you needed a break. You know, you're a new mom and you were at your breaking point, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. And you're like, can you please just take him for a little bit? Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And so I did, Yeah. And he just would not stop crying. And then I just, I said some prayer, and I just gave him his pacifier. I rocked him, and that was that moment where I was like, he started falling asleep. And at that moment, I was like, wow, miracles do happen. Prayers are answered.
Prayers are answered.
But no, it goes back to like, it's like, we're a team.
Mm-hmm.
As a parent, we have to be a team. It's not 50-50.
No, it's not.
People always say that. It's like, oh, marriages are 50-50, or you have to be, you put in your portion.
You put in your 100%, I put in my 100%, and we work together to run the ship.
Yeah. And if for some reason you're down, sometimes people use the analogies of spoons. You start with 10. I only have 1 spoon left. All right, I'm going to put in those 10, 11 other extra spoons to get us through the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what it takes I know what it is like to be just drained.
Yeah.
It's mentally and physically exhausting to be parents.
It is.
And I give it kudos. 110% kudos.
All parents out there.
for those and those single parents.
Yeah.
Those single dads or those single moms.
Definitely.
I don't know how you deal with a kid when they're sick and still try to figure out how to go to work.
Yeah.
Because without you being home.
Mm-hmm. I think it was my mom that had pointed that out to me. Again, conversation with my mom. She had pointed it out to me though, like, Mija, look at how blessed you are to be able to be home with your son while he's sick. He would side note again. I do a lot of that.
Side notes.
But he was sick for a week. He had pneumonia, and it was pretty scary for us because he wasn't eating, he wasn't sleeping, and he just wanted me to hold him. My 6-year-old was not himself, and I could see that there was something wrong with him. And if it really wasn't for me being home, I wouldn't have been able to stay with him. What if I had a job? I'd have to call out of work and miss a whole week of work, and I feel blessed. And my mom pointed that out. I am so entirely blessed that I get to do that. And that's where you and I, we've worked as a team in our finances and in figuring out how to make it work that I do stay home with them right now. And I know that's not the reality for everybody.
No. And again, it goes back to being, in a situation that we are blessed, that, my job, my career can support us at where we are right now in life. And we have to make sacrifices. Mm-hmm. And that's sometimes what in life you do have to make sacrifices to better the lives of our children. Mm-hmm. And that's something that we accepted a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And, I'm happy for that. And if things change in the future, for some reason we do have to change, we'll figure it out. Right. Mm-hmm. And, I think for everybody, it's like, we want to get that message across that parenting is not 100%. They don't give you that manual.
No.
You're not going to 100% know what to do when you first come out of that hospital with that baby. Mm-mm. I was talking to somebody at work, and we're talking about a colleague that has their second child now. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, man, that second baby is much easier than that first baby. I'll tell you right now. And it's because you get used to, or not used to, but you understand it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay that, you're learning still. Mm-hmm. And now let's go to something else though in parenting. Mm-hmm. Now, there is times that we have to be tough.
Yes.
And that is so hard to do.
Oh, because so hard. Because they're little faces.
It's like, we love to spoil our kids.
Yes.
Okay. I repeat that. We love to spoil our kids.
Oh, I so love to spoil them.
And when it comes to a point where we have to tell them no, because they're too, like, not I'm going to say it's too spoiled, but like they're complacent of like, hey, I want a toy. Mm-hmm. And we're like, we're not here for a toy today. Mm-hmm. We're here for a pair of shoes. Mm-hmm. Or we're here to get this. Mm-hmm. And we have to tell them no. And even though we can get that toy that's right there, we have to
teach them that.
You and I can't fall into that. well, come on, why not? It's only $5.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that to you. Because if I do that to you, then the kids are always going to know, well, let's just go ask daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's go ask mommy. Mommy loves to go do this.
And I think that goes back to the communication thing, though. It's like, we have to be, I love this word. This is my word for the year, alignment. And we have to be in alignment in our style, in the way we talk to them, in the way we are tough with them. And hey, I told them no.
Yeah.
And I think you and I can honestly say we've gotten better at it, where we tell them, hey, what did dad say? Well, what did mom say? Well, mom said no. Okay, well, then mom said no. No is no. Okay, well, dad said no. Then no is no. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then the kids are really good at being honest for the most part.
Honest Abe.
Honest Abe. We call him Nathaniel Honest Abe. And there is times that I am starting to see that they are trying to get around things, and they're not being very 100% honest. They try to be a little cheeky.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm starting to learn, okay, let me confirm with your mother. Because if this is not 100% honestly, then we can't do that. Because I may want to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I may have already said no.
Mm-hmm. And so that's another part of being a good team member or parent. Teammate as a parent. Is knowing that, hey, and then understanding why you said no. Like, hey, why can't we go to Target today? You're like,
and it could
because
be as simple as, hey, I have too much to do at home, or hey, I'm just exhausted and I don't want to people today.
Yeah. We peopled too much yesterday, so I need I'm out of spoons, and I need to recuperate. We got school tomorrow. We just need to stay home today. All right, fine. Hey guys, we'll go to the park next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, we'll go to Olive Garden another day.
Yes.
Hey, we'll read another 2 books next time.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to say let's try that another day. And that's what I'm also learning. I don't know it all.
You don't?
I don't.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
That's my favorite thing to say. I know.
Oh man. Yeah. So I hope for those that are listening, and I apologize if we again. Well, I don't apologize. This is a ranting podcast. We'll talk about X, Y, Z all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe A, B, and Z.
Like we said, this is not a scripted podcast. We have an intention, and like we said, what this is exactly what today was, talking about topics that are important to us and near and dear to our heart. Like we said, communication, phone etiquette apparently is important to Ray. And just parenting and teamwork and working together, because we have to work together and keep choosing each other in order to make this work. And so that's what this space really is. It's just a place for you to come feel like you're sitting at the table with us. And we want to hear from you. If we've talked about something or mentioned something, let us know. Like Ray said, let us know. How do you feel about phone calls versus text messages?
Yeah, I think a lot of times life has gotten us away from picking up the phone and just hearing that person's tone.
Mm-hmm.
Because we read into it too much in a text message. And it's like...
Because I can say, I'm fine in a text message.
I don't like that word. Fine does not mean fine from a woman.
If I say on the phone, oh yeah, it's fine, whatever you want. See the tone difference. Like, you can't hear tone when you text people. But I'm getting off topic here.
No, it's the communication.
Yeah, that communication.
That etiquette.
Mm-hmm. The phone etiquette.
And but it goes back to what we're doing here is we want to share our experiences as going through life as parents, as a couple, as individuals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I may be having a tough time today, but I know that you have my back
All the time.
and I have yours.
And vice versa. Yep.
And that I want to understand, I want to share that to the listeners out there too. It's like, we're here for you as well.
Yeah.
Because even, I may not have the answer for you right away, but it is good to know that somebody's there to listen and be able to just talk it out, be a soundboard. This is great for when I just call my buddy and say, hey, I don't know how to handle this. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, I don't know, but why don't you tell me a little bit more? Let's talk it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get it. Let's go. So anyways.
See, you have your buddies to talk to. I call my grandma my mom.
Yeah. You have your girlfriends too. Don't
I
they?
do.
And so
with that, folks, we hope that this gave you a little bit more insight into who we are and what this place is going to look like. Again, we just welcome you to sit with us at this table. Every other week.
yeah, I think you said first and third Mondays of each month.
Each month, yep.
Yeah. It may change.
Who knows?
Let's be honest.
As we grow, things change. It's like we said though, this is not a scripted. This is not scripted. It's not a sermon. It's not something that we're going to be preaching to you. It's just conversation, a place for us to open it up to you. And we definitely, like we said, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. So, and then just if you got topics on podcast episodes you want to hear from us, let us know.
If you have questions for us, shoot that our way too. Maybe we can do a podcast with Q&As.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love people asking me, Ray, how do you do this as a blind person? Oh my gosh, it's so fun. I went to a presentation a couple of days ago and I had to do that.
That was a lot of fun. But anyways, thank you again so much for listening. We appreciate you being here with us today, whatever time of day you're listening. As long as you're listening, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you so much. And we look forward to next week. Next week, I believe I don't know. I said next week, but it's not next week. Anyways,
We'll talk about travel.
Yes, traveling.
I'm going to call it now. Traveling with kids.
Oh, yes. Fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Found some photos and videos about that. Anyways. All right, listeners, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Goodbye.